Put something on. You so cold, man.
It's the finest thing walking.
Finest thing walking. Let me tap my boy in there.
Yo. What up to the creed, man? Hey, I'm finna put something on you so cold. Man, I'm tired of seeing people put clothes on their dogs and shit. Nah, I'm just playing. But y'all, what we talking about today? Oh, I know what we talking about today. I'm finna talk about how y'all whole argument, the whole global warming argument, and the whole astrology argument, I'm finna destroy that with this one video. Obliterate it on phone. I'm finna send it to oblivion. You feel me? So look, let's start off by pointing in the direction of the Inuit tribe. You feel me? A native to parts of native to North America, but parts of the United States, mainly more in Canada, the northern part of Canada, and in Greenland, though. In Greenland, if y'all people don't know this, that is where the North Pole is located, in Greenland, because Greenland is made of ice, and Iceland is green. You feel me? What sense does that make? I don't know. But, all right, anyways, though, so basically, the Inuit tribe, if you don't know who that is, that's the Eskimos or whatever the case it is. You feel me? And a lot of people like to compare them to Native Americans or whatever the case is, but they not from the same tribe and bloodline as the so-called Native Americans and Seminole Indians. You feel me? And the indigenous people of Mexico, Central America, and South America. They not related to them. You feel me? They not related to us. You feel me? They come from the Mongoloids. You know. So all right. So anyways. The Eskimos, that's probably what you know them as, but they're actually called the Inuit, you feel me? The people that stay in the igloos and all that and go ice fishing. So they basically called out NASA, and they was basically saying, like, all this stuff that NASA is saying is bullcrap. So they basically called NASA on their stuff, and they like, look, they like, yes, the climate's changing. 12 looking at. They like, yes, the climate's changing, so and whatever the case is, but it's not because of global warming or greenhouse gases like what you saying. They like the poles are shifting, which people that's been into knowledge for years now, we've already knew that the poles were shifting. We've been expecting a polar shift, you feel me, on some real stuff. So they saying, no, the earth is shifting, the poles are shifting. It was like, it's not because of greenhouse gases, it's not because of global warming, none of that. And then the elders were speaking. So these ain't just some young little kids, some young little whippersnappers, folks. The elders of the Inuit tribes, all abroad, they was all saying the same thing. It was like, when I was young, the sun used to rise over this way. Now they like it rise from the north. You feel me? They like, it's crazy. They said the sun is changing directions and which direction is rising from. So they like the planet shifting. And they was like, in the winter, the days are getting longer than what they used to be. They was like, we can hunt longer in the winter than what we used to be able to hunt. They was like, so it's not because of no greenhouse gas, because they like explain to me how greenhouse gases or global warming is going to make the sun come up from a different direction. How it used to be coming from like the east or whatever, they saying it's coming from the north now. You feel me? To them, and they saying that the earth is like tilted even more than what it used to be. It's basically what they saying, bro. So that kills the whole global warming greenhouse gas excuse for climate change right there. Climate change is a natural thing, which is why we came about the ice age in the first place. Y'all do know America used to be covered in glaciers and stuff like that. Like it used to be frozen over here. Like the world went through an ice age before. We already have that documented. You feel me? So it's like, how did the world come about that ice age? Because people wasn't no greenhouse gases. People wasn't even using motorized boats yet. They didn't even have engines on their boats yet. There wasn't no cars. There wasn't none of that. All these factories, none of that. So how y'all explain the climate change for the ice age to melt? You feel me? The earth was just naturally going to heat up naturally. You feel me? Where the poles are shifting. You feel me? And where the poles used to be, the North Pole is finna be somewhere else. You feel me? The South Pole finna be somewhere else on some real stuff. And where it's a desert at, it's probably going to turn into lush rainforest, jungle. And whereas icy and all Arctic at probably finna turn to desert or turn to jungle or forest, like real stuff, man. Y'all don't mind that. That's not a booger. It's one of my nose hairs. I tried to get these. I told you I was gonna shave them, but I couldn't. Now I made a motherfucking booger come out, I think. Nah, here my nose here, but the way it be shining. Like, look at how my hair shine. It's shining in the light, so it's like when you see that up in my nose, you see one little strand, it'll shine and it'll look like a booger and shit. Look, there it go again. I can't get rid of it. But yeah, anyway though, so that's the destruction of the whole global warming, greenhouse gas excuse for climate change right there. Because y'all can't tell these people better than anything. They not using all that technology, none of that. These elders been studying the sky and studying the environment and studying nature to know the weather for ages, bro. For ages upon ages, bro. They're better connected with their land than anybody else. They know their land better than anybody else. Can't nobody tell them about their land. And these people were saying we directly use the sun for so many things every day. We monitor the sky. You feel me? And they like, I know for a fact the sun used to rise over here and now it rise over here. I know for a fact that it's warmer and it's melting everything over here. I know for a fact that the days are longer. You feel me? They're all saying this. So then we go to astrology. That brings us to astrology. And that conquers that whole astrology argument right there, because y'all still basing astrology off models that's been being used for decades now, centuries now. You feel me? On some real stuff. And how could y'all still base y'all astrology off of something that's outdated? Because if these Inuit elders have said that not only has the planet shifted, but that's caused a shift in the alignment and the how we see the stars, the moon, and the sun. They said that's changed the alignment of the stars, the moon, and the sun in the sky as well. So, and they said that explains why there's different wind patterns than what they're used to. They said they're seeing wind patterns that they've never seen before. They're so used to their land, they know what it's supposed to be like. And they like the wind is even blowing in a different direction, you feel me? And these people are in the North Pole, so they know what direction they wind's supposed to blow in. They not around the ring like us, like they not in the big open space of Earth to where the wind just circling the Earth. No, they up in the middle where everything is surrounding, the pole, everything surrounding the poles at the end of the day, you feel me? So they know they land. They're saying the wind even blowing in a different direction. And they were saying because of the different alignment of the stars, the moon, and the sun. Period. So that goes back into that astrology shit. Clearly, the stars are not where they used to be, not even 100 years ago. The stars are not aligning in the same way they used to be 100 years ago, at the same times that they used to. You feel me? The moon, all this stuff is different. So that right there even proves that astrology is outdated, because y'all basing it on models that's been used for centuries now, on some real shit. Not even bringing up the fact that astrology comes from Babylon, bro. Babylon. We know by now we gotta flee from Babylon. By now, anybody that's spiritual know what Babylon means. That means that's a place of confusion, bro. That's the Matrix on some real stuff, man. So astrology started in Babylon, which was the place of confusion, you feel me? And y'all, in the modern day Babylon, y'all brought that shit right back. Like, for real, y'all doing the same thing we was doing back then. Y'all done reverted backwards and shit, you feel me? So then look, after that, the Greeks picked it up. The Grecians picked up astrology, you feel me? And they went hard with it. Like, they were so into that. And all these people that worship this astrology and the black woman is God and all this Egyptian stuff and all this African stuff, fam. The Egyptians wasn't even using astrology until the Greeks was ruling Egypt, bro. So all them same people that talk about, oh, y'all following the so-and-so man stuff, y'all know what I'm not gonna say it like that. The so-called man stuff, the pale people. You feel me? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The conquerors, the colonizers. You feel me? The cavemen. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So y'all following they shit again, bro. Y'all follow astrology. Y'all got that from them. Y'all got that from the Greeks. You feel me? On some real stuff. So y'all still following that people's shit. The fuck is you talking about? You feel me? So y'all just so crazy. Anybody, fam, that I want somebody to go prove me wrong on that. The Egyptians was not, astrology was not popular in Egypt until the Greeks was ruling in Egypt, the Greek dynasties in Egypt, the Grecian dynasties, on some real stuff, man. So I don't want to hear none of that stuff. Y'all got astrology from them people on some real shit. So I don't want to hear shit, bro. Y'all steady using that, stay trying to stick up for it, but But people that real astronomers, I'm not talking about astrologers, astronomers that actually know what it's like out there with the stars and the moon and all that stuff, even they telling you that the stars and stuff is aligning different than what they was centuries ago. On some real stuff. So basically people, they still following horoscopes, and that horoscope that you think is your astrology sign, your astrology sign is probably not even your astrology sign anymore, because the earth has shifted so much to where them same astrological patterns and them same what's it called? And what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? It start with a C. Constellations. Them same constellations ain't exactly how they used to be back then. Period. And if you can't motherfucking prove me wrong on that, shut the hell up. I'm out.